Hello class 10. In this video I will be teaching you the Matty Party by Lewis Carroll, and this is the portion that is taken from the story Alice in Wonderland. We get to see four main characters here in the story. They are the Marcher, the Dormouse, the Hatter, and definitely the lead character, that is Alice. We also find that all three of the creatures, the Marcher, the Hatter and the Dormouse, they have assembled at one corner, leaving the rest of the table empty. Alice comes and sits over there, and then they converse with each other. There are different kinds of conversation regarding the riddles, where Alice says that when she's saying that she knows the answer, it itself means that that is the answer. I know the answer, it is equal to the answer itself. She doesn't have to know it for really. They give different kinds of examples, and then we get to see one of the important aspect and a very unique thing that is about the time. Now they say that maybe the time clock is not working because maybe the crumbs have got inside along with the butter. Now they say that they ask Alice what day it is, what day of the month it is, and she says that it is 4th. After saying that, she says that why it's not mentioned. Then she says that no, it's not mentioned. In your watch is the year mentioned. Then she says that no, year is not mentioned because it's for a prolonged time, so it's not necessary. They say that same thing happens for the time as well. Suppose we are doing a lesson and we really don't like the lesson, so what happens, we just whisper to the time that time we are not liking it, and just directly it shifts to the dinner time. That is how it is. Then I'll start the next part of the chapter from page number 109. See the last part where see the Marcher says maybe not now. Then after that line, page number 110, could keep it to 1:30 as long as you like. So he is continuing that if you want to continue it, you can keep it to 1:30 for whatever time you want to like it. Is that the way you manage? Alice asks. So Alice asks that, is that the way you manage? The Hatter shook his head mournfully. Not I. So he says that no, not me. He replied, we quarrelled last March, just before he went mad, pointing with his teaspoon at the Marcher. It was a great concert given by the Queen of Hearts, and I had to sing. So he says that, I don't do this. It was all because of him. And he points his spoon to the Marcher, that it's because of him that these things are happening. Then he said that we had quarrelled about the problem last March, and it was all because of this Marcher. It was the great concert, and it was a concert of the Queen of Hearts, and where I had to sing. And what is that song? Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder what you are at. So you can see it is just the parody of, the rhyme that we all know, Twinkle, twinkle, little star. You know the song perhaps? I have heard something like it, said Alice. Alice said that I have heard really something about it. It goes on, the Hatter continued in this way. Up above the world you fly like a tea tray in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle. Here the Dormouse shook itself and began singing in its sleep. And suddenly he realized something, the Dormouse, and he kept singing. Twinkle, 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 and went on so long as they had to pinch it to make it stop. And then they kept on pinching it, twisting it, that please stop, you're not singing properly, so please stop. Until unless they did that, they did not stop. Well, I had hardly finished the first verse, says the Hatter, when the Queen bawled out, he's muttering the time off with his head. And hardly had he sung the song, that time the Queen, where he was singing the concert, he said that he's muttering time, so take off his head. How dreadful savage, exclaimed Alice. And ever since that, the Hatter went on in a mournful tone, and after that he went on in sadness. He won't do a thing I ask. It's always 6 o'clock now. So after that he won't do anything. It's already 6 o'clock. It's almost every time 6 o'clock for him. A bright idea came into Alice's head. It's the reason so many tea things are put out here, she asked. Yes, that's it, said the Hatter with a sigh. It's always tea time, and we have no time to wash the things between the whiles. So Alice said, oh, that is the reason it's all the time morning and it's every time tea is laid. They said that yes, because we really liked it. Now I come to the next portion of the chapter, and so please take out page number 111. Then you keep moving round, I suppose, said Alice. Then you do something, at least you keep moving round and round. Exactly so, said the Hatter. As the things get used up, we do the same thing again and again. But when you come to the beginning again, Alice ventured to ask. Then when you come again to the beginning, after completing one thing, then only we can come to the beginning. Suppose we change the subject, the March Hare interrupted, yawning. I'm getting tired of this. I vote the young lady tells us a story. I'm getting tired of the same topic. Young lady, please tell us a topic. I'm afraid I don't know one, said Alice, rather alarmed at the proposal. Alice said that I don't know any story. Then the Dormouse shall, they both cried. Then the Dormouse tell us a story. Wake up, Dormouse. They pinched it on both the sides. They pinched Alice on both the sides. Dormouse slowly opened his eyes. I wasn't asleep, he said in a hoarse, feeble voice. I heard every word you fellows were saying. So the Dormouse said that, I was not at all asleep. I heard each and everything that you people were saying. So I was just keeping my eyes closed, but I was listening to everything that you were saying. Tell us a story, said the March Hare. Yes, please do, pleaded Alice. So Alice said, yes, please tell us a story. And be quick about it, added Hatter, or you will be asleep again before it's done. Otherwise, you will be again asleep. Once upon a time, this is the Dormouse is telling the story, okay? Once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters. The Dormouse began in great hurry. So now the story begins, and they say that, once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters. This is the story of the Dormouse. And their names were Elsie, Lassie, and Telly. They lived at the bottom of the well. So that is the beginning of the story, that there were 3 sisters. The name of the sisters were Elsie, Lassie, and Telly, and all the three sisters, they sat at the bottom of the well. Okay, what did they live on? Said Alice, who always took great interest in questions of eating and drinking. Then she said that if they lived in the well, then there would be no food. Then how would they live? What is the food that they had? Alice always asks this question because she's a little girl. Maybe she was a little bit foodie, or maybe she kept deep interest in food, food and drinking and all that. They lived on treacle, said the Dormouse. So the Dormouse said that they lived on a treacle. The Dormouse said, you know what's a treacle? I said it's a gourd. Okay. After thinking a minute or two, they couldn't have done that, Alice gently remarked. They'd been ill. If they keep on eating the treacle on and on, they'll be ill one day. You can't eat the same food over and over again. So they were, said Dormouse. Very ill. Yes, they were very ill. Alice tried a little to fancy to herself what such an extraordinary way of living would be like, but it puzzled her too much. So she went on. She was puzzled that what kind of life it would be. And then she kept on, okay, thinking about this. I'll just skip it till this much. The next line, that is, but why did they live? This I will start in my next video, because it is a continuation of the next part. Thank you, children, till this much.